Mandi. Thadhikinathom. 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 Welcome to a new episode of Konnakol 2020, the series in which I show you every day of the year a little something about the art and science of the vocal percussion of South India. I am Carlitos from Slovenia, and today is May the 13th. Today we are continuing the series of Abhiprayams that we started 2 episodes ago. So for more details about the structure and the characteristics of the series, I would advise you go 2 episodes back to episode 132. But in a nutshell, today we're focusing on an exercise, that is an Abhiprayam, that showcases different ways of performing the standard phrase for 5 beats, which is Thadhikinathom. The structure of today's Abhiprayam is exactly the same. It remains unchanged. But what it does change is the value of x up there in the formula. So today our x has a value of 5, because as I told you, we are focusing on that phrase length. So that gives us, in terms of numbers, a composition that has 3 lines. The first one being 20, 5, 5, 5, and a gap for 5. The second line is 20, 15, 5, 5, 5, and a phrase and a gap for 5. And the third line and last line is 20, 15, 10, and 5, 5, 5 in tishra. That means in only 3 subdivisions per beat. As you can see, if you are following along, we are simply increasing by 1 the value of x. So yesterday, instead of having 20, we had 16, because that was 4 times 4. Whereas today we're multiplying 5 times 4. That's how the progression is, well, progressing. How we're going to perform this? Well, very simple. We're taking as our home the phrase for 5, which is Thadhikinathom. And to get the 10 on the third line, what we do is we extend each of the syllables of Thadhikinathom so that each lasts 2 beats. So it is Thadhikinathom. To get the 15, that we get twice, sorry, not only once, but twice, what we do is the same thing, but we extend it so that each beat lasts 3. So, Thadhikinathom. And the 20, you guessed it, is doing the same thing, but extending each syllable so that it lasts 4 beats, giving us Thadhikinathom. The gap of 5, we are going to do one of the most standard ways, which is Thang Tha. And as always, it's important that when you have a phrase that is tang or ding, that you really pronounce all 3 components. In this case, ta, n, g, all 3. Otherwise, you are more likely to get lost. Last but not least, we have the 3 5s in tishram that you see, the very last component that is in purple right here. And that is going to be simply Thadhikinathom, Thadhikinathom, Thadhikinathom. So always the same phrase, just in this case, we are performing it in a different nadai. And here is the transcription of everything that I just said, so you can follow along now that we are going to recite this, again, at a slower tempo, at around 60 beats per minute. As always, the first line is rendered in color red, the second line is in orange, and the third is in yellow, and the final part that is in tishram is in purple. And the gaps are in white. I mean, this is all exactly as I have been color coding all these Abhiprayams. That's why I'm not spending too much time on that. So, without further ado, let's recite this. So, whenever you're ready, unpause this video and we start. Taka dimi taka junu taka dimi taka junu ta di ki na tom. Thadhikinathom, 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 Thang Tha, di ki na tom. Thadhikinathom, 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 Thang Tha, di ki na thom Thadhikinathom 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 Thadhikinathom. So that's it. That was the Abhiprayam for 5. As I think I've mentioned a couple of times, 5 is very often like our home when we develop different phrases. That's why we see, for instance, phrases such as Thadhikinathom, which is a phrase for 7, or nathomThadhikinathom as a phrase for 8, because you can see how central the phrase Thadhikinathom of 5 it is in Konnakol. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I am Carlitos from Slovenia. You can find me on the social networks here, and you can write your comments, feedback, questions, or doubts in the YouTube comments or in any other way. I read all of the social networks in which I am a part of. Actually, too much, but never mind. Thanks a lot again for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.